Mark said he needed a railroad around here, but I don't get why. Like, we're in creative. It's not that hard to place some rails. So, oh, what the? Oh. Oh, that's why he needed help. Welcome to Triple Blocks. Triple Blocks is a game where you get 3 random Minecraft blocks and you gotta try to make a build that makes sense and looks good. It can be kinda challenging at times, but that also inspires us to build new things and different things that we wouldn't usually build with, such as this orange concrete or these cherry wood logs. So let's see what we got this time. Oh, we only got 2. Okay. We got oak wood and we got sand, which are pretty like classic. Oh, okay. And we got skeleton skulls. It's not the best. Anyway, let's get to figuring out and yeah. Alright, and I'm back. We got our 3 blocks here. We got the skeleton skull, the sand, and the oak wood. So here's our blocks. I threw some of the coral around here, on here. Because I was thinking of having kind of deserty with maybe some dead bushes and stuff and all that. But I've moved on from that. Here I made a gradient that goes from the oak wood to the sand, and it's suspicious sand after that. It's got the oak wood, coarse dirt, brown concrete powder, gray concrete powder, light gray concrete powder, white concrete powder, sand, and then suspicious sand. Here I was experimenting with the skeleton skulls because they're kind of the hardest because they're not even a full block. So this is what it looks like from the bottom. It looks kind of cool, a little bit of spiral, you know. From the top, it also looks pretty alright. I think it looks best from the top actually. But from the side it looks not good at all. So that might be something we use later, but you kind of have to have a glass floor to look at it and not go too far, otherwise you'll start to see the gaps between the skulls. So, with our theme being crank, or cranky, it's like, oh, maybe I'll use some grindstones, chains, make some kind of cranky things, or like some rope. The glass did not work out to look like rope, it kind of just looks gross. So then I decided to just try to build a big, well, I was gonna go for a cog, but I ended up making a wheel here. And it kind of set up. Here I tried doing the skeleton skulls, it's kind of like rivets or like nails, but I can only do them on the top, because if you do them on the bottom, they don't stick, and you cannot stick a slab in between them. And if you try to push the slab in with pistons, it breaks the skull and everything. So this is kind of a thought about cranky, and it's got a little hand crank, or I guess a very large hand crank to kind of run that. And then I was kind of experimenting with the skulls being nail heads, so that being the top of the nail, and then I got some pointed dripstone, and they're kind of fusing the wood together. I used different woods to kind of show that a little bit more. And then while I was experimenting, I started using armor stands, and I got these nails, which look a lot like the railroad tie or railroad spikes. So that kind of solidified the idea that I should maybe do a railroad. So here I got the oak wood. I think if we did kind of dark oak or the spruce, it would look a little bit better, because they usually coat the railroad ties with the tar, so they're really dark. But anyway, here we got our railroad track, rail, I guess. Here we got some little fasteners that aren't exactly true to being accurate, but they kind of get the idea down. And then here we added our skeleton skulls with the railroad spike nails. So that's gonna be the plan. And then we just need to implement sand, which you probably know that these railroad ties, the wood part, are usually mostly buried in like not so much sand usually, but like rocks and earth. So we might be using our gradient a little bit and kind of fill in between the ties with all that. And then yeah, that's that's what we got so far, and then we'll figure out more as we go. Okay, and there it is. We got the sand worked in with all the gradient we had earlier, which has now been buried. So I used the motion capture mod. So I built inside of this one, and then I have it copy that motion across the rest of it. That's also what I did for, I built up this area of the tracks, and then I extended that further using that, so I did not have to do as much work, and it kind of makes it entertaining. So to see lots of me running around. So yeah, this is it. We got the oak wood here. We got the nails set up all down there with the skeleton skulls. We got the sand in the middle, so that's about it. That's maybe later for another one we'll add a train on top, but right now it's a very big build. The nails made it have to be very large in order to use that pattern. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the build and kind of figuring everything out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.